Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you my favorite brushes on the Procreate app. I have had a lot of people ask me both on YouTube and Instagram if I would show them my favorite brushes, and honestly I cannot believe that I overlooked this in my Procreate tutorial. So thank you for reminding me, and I am just going to get right to it and show you my favorite brushes. And just so you know, all of these are free. I have bought a few brushes, but honestly I haven't found any that I like as much as the free ones, so I am just going to show you my favorites. First of all, I have a favorites folder where I keep them, but the first one I'm going to show you is from the Procreate app itself, and that is if we go over to sketching, and it's the 6B pencil. And this is one that I like to use for sketching things out. I don't actually finish anything with this brush, but this is just like a pencil, and I learned to hand letter with a pencil and paper, so I just really like to sketch things out with this. I think it looks really natural, and you get the dark strokes when you push harder and the lighter strokes. For some reason it's just easier for me to draw things out with this than it is with an actual calligraphy brush. So I like to do this, and then I know I mentioned this in another video, but if you haven't seen it, I like to sketch it out, rearrange, resize, and then when I'm done with that, I lower the opacity, and then I add a new layer and I just trace right over it. So I find with my regular brush, it's very easy to trace over, and you can still see everything that you're doing. So it doesn't block anything out. So the next two brushes that I'm going to show you are ones that I downloaded off of a website called Red and Happy, and I will leave a link for these below. They are both free, and I tried to go through the Procreate app and find some similar brushes that I liked as much, but honestly, I use these two brushes 95% of the time. I don't know if I've ever finished a calligraphy project where I haven't used one of these two brushes. I downloaded them right away when I got this app, and I pretty much have never found anything that I like as much. And I've bought brushes, I've tried other free ones, and they are fun, but for some reason these are just my two that I come back to all the time. So the first one is the Calligraphy Brush, and I think I've renamed these. I'm not sure what she calls them on her website, but the Calligraphy Brush is the first one that I'm going to show you. And this is probably my favorite brush by far. It just has really nice strokes, and it just looks different from any of the other brushes that I have tried. A lot of the brushes I try look really similar, like they're just an edited version of something in the app, but these ones just can do a lot. So this one is a traditional like brush pen or calligraphy brush or calligraphy pen, where when you push harder you get the thicker strokes, and when you lighten up you get the thinner strokes. So this is perfect for most any type of lettering that you want to do. Some people asked me my size that I use on my brushes, but because the Procreate app changes the brush size with each canvas size, I don't really have a set brush size. Like if I were to open this up, and this is a full screen size, if I were to open up a 8x10, it's going to be a lot thinner. So sometimes what I do is I'll find my perfect size on the canvas that I'm using, and then I'll just duplicate it, and I'll save like, okay, I want my brush to be 32.2, and then I'll just change the name up here just by clicking, and then I'll do 32.2. And that way I know every time I come back to that project that I want the 32.2 brush. So basically I just try with each canvas to see what size I like, and I don't change it a whole lot. It just depends on what size canvas I'm using. So the next brush that I'm going to show you is another one by Rad and Happy, and it is a mono-weight brush. I don't remember what she actually has it called on her website, but I honestly think she just has these two brushes. So I will link them both below. And this is a brush that is not going to change thickness depending on your pressure. It's all going to look the same. So unlike the calligraphy brush, it's just going to look equal. I think this is a really fun brush just to use your regular handwriting style. I think it looks really simple, and it looks really kind of minimalist, but I just love the look that it gives. But if you're new to calligraphy or you want to do the foligraphy style, if you've seen that before, this is a really good brush to do that with. And what I mean by foligraphy is you have maybe seen that on Instagram or people doing hand lettering videos where they go back and manually thicken their downstrokes. But this is a really good brush for doing that. You would basically just go back and draw in your downstrokes. And like I said, this is a really good beginner style because it really just takes your handwriting and allows you to kind of make it look like calligraphy. And in order to do that with the Apple Pencil, you do need a brush that's not pressure sensitive. So this is a perfect one. And this is kind of the look that that gives. I personally just like it by itself. I think it's just fun to have a pen that kind of looks like what you would write on a piece of paper. So this is another fun one. So like I said, between these two brushes that I will leave the links for below, that is probably 95% of the time what I use. I do play with some other ones if you are interested. I can do another video on that, just some fun brushes that have some unique effects. Some of them might be purchased, but usually brushes only cost like $2 or $3. So it is worth it to try out some new ones just to have fun. But definitely if you do not have these brushes, start out here. And I will definitely let you know if I come up with any other brushes that I find that I am loving. But for now, like I said, I basically use these all the time. So if you don't have them already, I would recommend downloading them. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or you can find me on Instagram or Facebook. It's all at howtohandletter. And I really appreciate all the comments that you guys have been leaving and questions. It's really given me an idea of what you would like to see in the future. So like I said, if you have any questions, please leave them below. I do my very best to get back to you all, and I really appreciate all the support. I hope this was helpful. If I forgot anything, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.